In the equity quadrant, taking a look at a slight push lower today, but on very weak volume for the Nasdaq futures, the December Nasdaq futures specifically. And this is understandable looking at the data calendar. This is the second session lower in the last 5, with the Nasdaq still working on its 8th consecutive positive week as we hit the midpoint, so it's not dire. The high today, 20,788.50, was up 44 basis points, just short of 0.5% better than yesterday's settlement. The low today, 20,542.75. That was down 0.75%, and with a little bit of time left in the session, we're still down around 0.4%. Now, I mentioned the data calendar. Looking ahead, tomorrow we have PCE price data, which could put a major shift into the bond market, which has kind of been supportive of the Nasdaq. As of late, although you've seen some rises in those yields, over the time that we had low yields, tech companies have kind of deleveraged their balance sheets, so it hasn't been affecting it. But if we got surprisingly higher yields from here, it could affect the Nasdaq. We also have non-farm payrolls on Friday and then an election on Tuesday. All of that helps to explain the low volume that we see today, and we're likely to see lower non-farm volume because of the election on Tuesday than we would on a normal first Friday of any month. We also have a decent amount of volatility. Stock market volatility is elevated, but not high, with tech earnings coming out mixed so far. Some companies within the tech sector have outperformed expectations. Others have either met or fallen short of market expectations. Company like Alphabet have reported quarterly revenues that beat estimates, while companies like AMD and some others have seen post-earning price drops after failing to meet high expectations set by either investors or analysts. And this has led to general market sentiment of volatility and varied performance expectations across different big tech companies, which has led to mixed Nasdaq performance, although again, we are still working on the 8th consecutive positive week.